Okay, Coach. Well, in just a few short months, this place will be the epicenter of the sporting world when it hosts Super Bowl 54. It's Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, check. Round 80. 57. Defense wins championship, baby.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Man open left side is Brown. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Antonio Brown. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 66 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
And the Bills first down.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and that'll bring up second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. He came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch him on their heels.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Check 41. And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Everyone got four down. Monday.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
52. 3 bucks.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that's complete to Croft. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Bills.
Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Kroft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs, but out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. He's got a first down and then some at midfield, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the Dolphins' 46-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now TJ Yeldon. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it third and 10. 10-6 the score after one right here on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a third and long here. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
On third down, Rosen. And he finds Howard complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A third down gain of 19.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Rosen on first and 10. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Rosen to throw again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. And here's Allen, operating from the gun. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Taco Charlton make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Allen. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
First down, Bills.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Allen now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Allen's throw is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Allen to throw once more. And able to find John Brown. John Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Howard. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rosen will throw. Running over the middle by Graham. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go. 49, guys. Mike, 49. It's our time. Guys. It's our time.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Now Balai. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down. At the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45. Intended that time for Cooper. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 31, Rosen. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. Over the middle, complete. It's Grant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Rosen now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Christian Wilkins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Now Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off by Jordan Poyer, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. To the air, Allen. Dancing to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. From just shy of midfield, Allen. Now he'll escape to his left. And that's incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Allen now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Forced out to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard this sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant. 82 yards as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. There we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And now it's Rosen looking. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
7 yards there and a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. This is Yeldon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now Allen, flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Again, it's Yeldon. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 21-yard line.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the run, it's Yeldon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now it's Yeldon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up, Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Ground 80. I got one. Alert 3.